I am quite a big fan of the Walter Lantz Productions Coca-Cola adverts, and I'm also a fan of classic children's stories with a bit of a twist. So, needless to say, I was really looking forward to Little Red Riding Hood. This was released in 1953, and it's basically a 2-minute ad for Coca-Cola. So there will be spoilers from now as I talk about what happens and share some thoughts. Obviously, because it's not too long, I don't have that many thoughts, but I did enjoy it. It's not perfect. There's one aspect of it that I personally didn't love, but the Coca-Cola aspect I did. So I'll talk about how that fits into it as well. And generally speaking, it's the classic story of Little Red Riding Hood, with Red Riding Hood going to visit Granny and the wolf going after her. And the bit that I didn't like is, and it may sound like I'm being nitpicky, and I guess I am, but I didn't like the involvement of the helicopter, because that's obviously not in the classic story, and because we're involving Coca-Cola, that is the twist on the classic story. So I would have liked the rest of the story to have been much more traditional, because the twist element, the bit that makes it unique, is the involvement of Coca-Cola. So we didn't need this helicopter and things. I don't necessarily know why they made that decision. If there's a reason for it that anybody knows about, please do let me know, or if it was just a creative decision. But I personally didn't like that. I would have liked it to have been completely traditional, and then we get the Coke aspect. And that part of it actually comes about because Little Red Riding Hood goes to grandmother's house, and then the wolf comes along, and we think, oh no, the wolf's going to eat somebody. But actually, the wolf produces a picnic basket with 3 bottles of Coca-Cola. And the narrator tells us that when the going gets heavy, stop and have a break and have some refreshing Coca-Cola. And honestly, it's great. I like it. I think it makes perfect sense. Well, within the context of the advert. Obviously, if that happened in a genuine Little Red Riding Hood cartoon, I'd be questioning things. But for the advert, I thought that was a nice way to bring Coca-Cola in there. I predicted incorrectly that Little Red Riding Hood would placate the wolf by offering him Coca-Cola, and that would have been a way to prevent him from eating her. That's what I predicted, and it's not what happened, and I don't mind that. That's just some information there that I was expecting that didn't go the way I predicted, and honestly, what happened worked well enough. The animation is not the most satisfying, actually, but I don't mind it, but it's definitely not completely to my personal tastes. But aside from the helicopter, there's actually nothing in this that I didn't enjoy. I thought it was a fun concept, a nice way to present Little Red Riding Hood with a bit of a twist. And as I said, I'm quite a fan of these Coca-Cola shorts. I wish we had more animations like this to advertise things today. I know we have animated adverts, but they're not quite like this. And I just think these are so charming and so fun. And there are quite a lot of them, actually. I still have another, I think, 15 to check or to see if they exist, but some of the Coca-Cola shorts are missing, so I'm not sure out of those 15 how many more I have left to watch, but hopefully quite a lot, but we'll see if that's the case. But for now, I'm generally very happy with Little Red Riding Hood. It may not be perfect, but if you're a fan of the story, if you're a fan of the Coca-Cola ads and you haven't seen it, I definitely think it's one that's worth watching.